Welcome to Rogue Rockworks. I am going to talk today about which fossils we have found that tumble well and which ones don't. You can see here we're working on some really neat Petoskey stones. This is the Michigan State stone. This is a mix of Petoskey and fossil soup. So sometimes the fossil soups are hard to tumble with any other matrix because this can be very brittle and it can break. And so here's one that was Petoskey with fossil soup, and it's got a big crack in it. So we're gonna try running it with the fossil soups. Sometimes they turn out well, like these are done. That turned out great. We do the last two stages, stages 3 and 4, in corncob medium in the vibratory tumbler. So this is done. This turned out extremely well right here. This is likely some kind of Favosite. Horn coral tumbles really well. We're working on a batch of Charlevoix stones. They tumble really well. Lots of fossils tumble extremely well, so you just kind of got to get the hang of it. And there's some fossils that just don't tumble well. And some you don't want to tumble. I've tumbled things and ruined them before. Like, I wouldn't want to tumble this. It was like this when I found it and I picked it up and it broke right in half. I wouldn't want to mess with that and try tumbling that. I would ruin that. This one you don't want to tumble because, well, it would shape out that beautiful part right there and you want to keep that. I wouldn't want to lose that either. That's really cool. This is just awesome. This is a honeycomb coral, also known as Favosite, and it's got a lot of little druzy quartz on it. You just want to keep that shape. This one I wouldn't want to tumble and lose the shape there. And then this matrix does not tumble well. Brown sort of sandstone, but this brown stuff, it will literally disintegrate in your tumbler. Like, there won't be any left. So don't bother even tumbling it because it'll just be gone. Like, this is Cladopora, is that right? And it'll just disintegrate. They're neat. They've got some little crystallized, see the glistening there? But it will absolutely disintegrate in the tumbler, so you just don't want to do that. I'll just show you a few more of these Petoskey stones. See, this is Petoskey with Charlevoix stone with fossil soup. I love this rock. So we're working on tumbling that and struggling right here. We've got a lot of white spots. I got to figure out if that's polished. These are in between stages 3 and 4, so we're working on them in between stages to get any little bits of polish out. These are just really neat, but they're not easy. We've had some break, and we got to go back because the fossil soup in that dark matrix just does not tumble very easily at all. Okay, so this is a bin of fossils we've determined we want to try to tumble. I'll show you what they look like wet so you can see what we're going to attempt. Like, this one's going to be really pretty, but we're going to have to dig out the polish and the grit in all of these little holes there in order to keep that. And you can see some sparkly druzy quartz. We've got Charlevoix stone in here. We've been collecting for years and only started tumbling a little over a year ago. We're still learning. Well, I don't know what's going on there. That's going to be neat. We'll see what happens. I don't know, like a lot of the stones in Michigan, like this one, I don't know. This one probably shouldn't be in here. I don't think that's going to hold up well. It feels a little harder and less brittle than some of those brown rocks. So I think some of these are in here just like, hey, we're going to try it and see what happens. Tumbling is trial and error, like a lot. And these are interesting. These Petoskey stones we're working on, these seemed like they were really old, and they've kind of got some white on them with red in the center, so we're trying to kind of preserve it the way it is so we didn't tumble it all the way smooth. Yeah, we're trying. It's not easy. It takes a lot of work and sorting through all the rocks we've collected over the years. and figuring out which ones are good to tumble and which ones aren't. This crinoid turned out really well. This is fully polished. I was happy with that, and the matrix didn't break up. Cladopora turned out quite well. We did not tumble this one, not wanting to lose the beautiful matrix there. This one is tumbled, and it's just got this really neat crystallized, maybe I don't know what. Oh yeah, this is the really neat side. See that? And this one's tumbled. Yeah, this one was quite cool. I think it's sandstone, and I don't want to lose that imprint, so we didn't tumble that. You have to watch you don't get too much grit or polish stuck in those little holes there. I did not tumble this one because I just didn't want to lose all the incredible features of it. That's a nice little horn coral. We tumbled this one and it turned out really well. Oh yeah, this one was just too cool to tumble. Look at that. I did not want to lose those imprints in crystallized matrix. That one was stunning. We tumbled this chain coral here, and it looks neat, but I think it looked better beforehand, because the chain coral, a lot of the chains kind of stick up out of it, and that's one of the things I appreciate about chain coral. So this one's got a lot of little bits of sparkly quartz in it. If you tumble chain coral, you're going to lose. It's going to flatten out. So I don't know, my jury's still out on whether or not I like to tumble chain coral. Like, look at that right there. Look at that part. I didn't want to tumble that. Plus, it's in that brown matrix that probably wouldn't turn out very well. So it's kind of trial and error on which ones you want to tumble. If anything's sticking out and you want to preserve it, I wouldn't tumble it. So hopefully this is helpful to someone. Let us know what trial and error you've learned about tumbling fossils. Thanks for watching.